Hey, what's up? Duff here. Long time since you've seen this point of view, right? Riding along in my Tesla. And the reason that you're coming along is I'm going to use the new full self-driving that's been made available to Tesla owners for the month of April. I wanted to demo what it does and how much better it is than what I remember. Now, I have a very short drive to work, and we're going to just let the car try to drive me to work. And let's see what it needs. Okay, right there, I engage full self-driving. Now, the first thing I noticed, okay, it's going to creep out here, because I have used this a few times. It's creeping out to make sure that it can see both ways. The first thing I noticed is, whoa, it accelerates and decelerates better than it used to as well. First thing I noticed was the visualizations. Like when you don't have full self-driving, you just have standard, autopilot. The visualizations are nothing like this. I mean, this really took me back as far as how much the car actually sees, and not only what it sees, but how early it sees it. As you can see, it sees all the vehicles, people. I had someone riding by in a one wheel on the way to work, and it went around that. Like now, right now I have someone on the road. Let's see what the car does. If it moves over, okay, look at that. Okay, I'm not doing this, my hand's just on the wheel. The car is moving over as much as possible, all the way over to the other side of the street. That's cool, to give that person as much room as possible. That's the first situation I've ever had like that with this new full self-driving. But when I bought my Tesla, I mean, I was all about full self-driving. That was like one of the major appeals. My 2019 Model 3, I liked it so much I actually bought full self-driving with that car. Back then it was only $5,000. But the truth was, it wasn't that good. I mean, yeah, it allowed you to use it on the highways, and it was, okay, now this is interesting. This is a traffic circle. Again, the visualization that it knows the geography. I don't know if it's combining GPS data here or what. Okay, go buddy. All right. Sometimes it's still a little bit conservative, but it's okay. It's doing this all by itself. This when I tried to do this yesterday, this is where I had to help, because you're going out on a right turn out onto a busy road, and you have a lot of cars that are coming, and the car is probably not going to be aggressive enough to take a spot like I see right now. The car would not do this on its own. It asks you when you disengage autopilot, why? Why did you do it? Needed a fast acceleration. So it's taking messages. Okay, just re-engage it. It asks you why you disengage autopilot, and then you say something, and then it collects that data, I guess. So they're really trying to see what is still a problem with autopilot. Okay, I'm going to set my max speed to 50. Again, tons and tons of detail in the visualization, representing everything that the car is aware of. Another thing that I noticed that was not on the autopilot that I knew was it's now designates when cars' brake lights are on. That wasn't the case before. The last time I used autopilot is I bought a 1-month subscription like 2 years ago for a road trip to Texas, and I used it then. Again, like on open road riding, the nice thing about full self-driving is the auto lane change. You put your destination in, it will change lanes for you if you're stuck behind a slow vehicle. Or if you just want to change lanes yourself, you just hit the turn signal and it will check your blind spot, change the lane, and turn off the turn signal. So, but this is way better. But just crazy, like it sees that truck all the way over there. It's crazy how much this car sees. Which I know that the full self-driving beta has been out for a while, but I kind of fell off watching those videos just because full self-driving has been promised to us for so long that I've kind of lost interest in it, because it never seems like it was going to be what it was promised to be, fully autonomous driving. But I can tell you that this version of full self-driving is tons better than what I experienced before. Like just the way that it keeps spacing between vehicles. It used to be, say there was like a stop traffic light ahead, stop traffic. The car would brake late. I mean, it would always stop, but it would be like hammering the brakes, braking much harder than most humans would. And then on when the traffic resumed flow, it would accelerate much slower than human beings would. I just had someone just slide in behind me with very little space. Again, I'm not doing anything except keep my car or my hand on the wheel just to let the car know I'm paying attention. One thing to keep in mind, the cabin camera, which originally supposedly wasn't being used for anything, is now required if you want to use this full self-driving demo. The cabin camera definitely is now paying attention to you. It is paying attention if you are paying attention. Like if you pick up your phone or you're obviously distracted, you are going to get that prompt on the screen to interact with the steering wheel almost immediately. So it is definitely watching you on that cabin camera. I've heard people, because a lot of people have covered it with tape, and then they want to use this full self-driving demo and they can't because their cabin camera is obstructed. So yeah, that's a gotcha. If you want to play, you got to pay with letting them access your cabin camera, which I don't care. There's nothing that exciting that goes on in this cabin, at least most of the time. All right, so now we are stuck in a lot of traffic here. It's messy traffic. But again, just notice how many cars it's aware of. Stuff that I can't necessarily see because the cameras are up here, so it actually has a better viewpoint than I do. Now, I normally would make a shortcut and turn in here. I'm just going to let the car go where it thinks it needs to go. Spots that pedestrian up there. We're going to kind of go what I would call the longer way into the office, but that's fine. Sees all the detail over there on the right. Someone's unhappy. It's hard to believe. Bit of steering wheel twitching, trying to get me in the center lane. It's been good doing lane changes as well. You know, like again, in traffic situations, if it sees a gap, it will get you in there. It will aggressively make sure that you get into a spot if you have to turn. So that again, that was something that was hit and miss before. One of the big things that I noticed that was different is the way it handles intersections. Oh, okay, this truck wants to come in. Beautiful. The way it handles intersections, like it used to be when you would go through a multi-lane intersection that had like turning markers on the road, the car would get confused. It would, sometimes you'd be going through the intersection and all of a sudden it would veer to the side trying to follow those other lines. It was kind of crazy. And I went through one of the intersections that was famous for that. Am I turning here or not? Yeah, okay, thank you. I went through one of those intersections that was always a problem yesterday. Car was fine. It went through it rock solid, no hesitation, no confusion. Its behavior is just way better. Okay, so are we gonna actually be able to turn into the lot here? Let's see if it does. I don't know. All right, here's my turn. It'll probably get me into the parking. Okay, nicely done. Get me into the parking lot and tell me to take over, I would imagine. Autopilot navigation complete. Press the accelerator to continue. There we go. All right. I am now driving the vehicle. Now that's a short, I mean, that's a, I don't know, 2.5 mile commute. So it's short, and I plan to do videos of longer rides as well. But I just wanted to tell you that, I mean, this is so much more impressive. This is what I wished full self-driving was when I bought it back in 2019. Really, I mean, it's so improved. It'd be nice if I got to test some of the other features. I did mess around with the auto parking, which seems to be improved as well. It might be interesting to try to do a summon test again too. I had summoned before, and that was a joke. The way that acted, so I'm hoping that that's much better as well. There's a whole bunch of testing I want to do. I have it free for a month, so I will have the time to do so. So you will see me in this scenario again. Should we let the car park me? Let's see. Will it? No, there's someone coming. I'm not gonna, because you have to kind of stop first. Yeah, you have to stop, and then it will park you in the space. It used to be you had to have other vehicles on either side of you for this to work. Now it doesn't care, and it will just back you into the space cleanly. All right, so that's all I got for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. This is your first time visiting the channel. Please consider subscribing. If you're going to subscribe, you hit the notify bell that's over there somewhere. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. In the link below is if you are thinking about buying a Tesla, there is a Tesla referral code, my Tesla referral code, in the description below. It will give you a discount on your vehicle, give you free supercharger miles, I believe. It changes what you get when you use a referral code, but it's to your advantage to use it. Obviously, there's lots of referral codes out there, but if you use mine, thank you. So that's all I have for now. Hope you guys have a great day, and until next time, Duffman out.